I'm Tracy Baxter with today's Record Newswatch. Last week, her 911 call brought state police investigators to the Dark Horse Bar in Slade Hill, where she worked. 33-year-old Jennifer PTAC of Pine Island told police she had been robbed of the night's proceeds by a man who had come in the back door of the building. But state police say a further investigation determined that PTAC had concocted the story in order to cover up her own theft of the undisclosed amount of cash. PTAC was charged with grand larceny, falsely reporting an incident, and making a false written statement. She will be back in town Wawayanda court March 21st. They have a $2 million government grant to spend. How should they spend it? Today, an advisory group of farmers and environmentalists held their initial meeting to plot the use of the grant money to address recurring flooding problems along the Wallkill River in Orange County's Black Dirt region. Group members blamed runoff from upriver development as a major reason why flooding has happened more often and become more acute in that part of the region. The advisory group will be coming up with a specific plan of attack that could include a combination of river dredging and tree and debris removal in order to keep normal heavy rains from turning into major black dirt flooding events.
We're going to take their input and we're going to hire a professional team to take a look at our flooding issue and try to give us an idea on what's the biggest bang for $2 million buck. But right now it's not acceptable with the seasonal flooding that has been taking place year after year after year. The river, the last time that the Wallkill River had any work done to it was the mid-70s into the 80s. They said it was a 30-year project. The 30 years have come and gone. It's time to address it again.
Reporter James Walsh will have more on the grant and the advisory panel's possible course of action here at Record Online and in tomorrow's Times-Herald Record. Elsewhere, state police are hoping to find eyewitnesses to aid in their investigation of a fatal accident in the town of Marlboro Saturday evening. Police got a report of a woman who had fallen out of the back of a pickup truck along Latin Town Road. According to the initial report, 30-year-old Christina Kornberg of Marlboro was riding in the back of the pickup and fell out, hitting her head on the road. Kornberg was taken to St. Francis Hospital in Poughkeepsie, where she was pronounced dead Sunday. Anyone with information is asked to call state police at Highland. Their phone number is 845-691-2912. Two area residents face felony charges following a pair of unrelated burglaries. In Sullivan County, 38-year-old Luigi Raguso of Liberty was charged with felony burglary following an apartment break-in where money was stolen. And in Ulster County, 17-year-old Dakota Hundley of Stone Ridge was arrested for burglary and grand larceny for breaking into a residence in Lake Katrine and stealing thousands of dollars worth of property. Keep your head up, walk with confidence, and don't be afraid to yell and scratch. Those were just a few of the tips offered to women who attended a self-defense forum Saturday at the Ulster County Law Enforcement Center in Kingston. About 50 women of all ages took part in the class, taught by martial arts master Keith Bennett, a 6th degree black belt, who was showing the women how to ward off aggressors on the street or in their home. Bennett says his advice on self-defense boils down to the 3-second rule, the estimated amount of time you have to escape from an attacker before you get hurt. And Bennett encouraged the women to practice the learned escape techniques at home, so they'll be ready in case of the real thing. And it was anything but your normal garage sale in Kingston over the weekend. For sale were the possessions of Garth Hudson, a musician with the famed rock group The Band. His belongings had been kept in an artist's loft rented for storage and were being sold off by loft owner Mike Piazza, who said Hudson had failed to pay rent on the space for the past 7 years. Some of Hudson's fans and friends showed up to buy up the possessions, including sheet music, CDs, and old records. And Hudson's Facebook page and Twitter feed offered reimbursements to anyone who purchased the items at the sale. And reporter John Sullivan has more on the unique story of Garth Hudson in today's Times-Herald Record and here at Record Online. Some heavy rain will be moving into the region by late tomorrow. Tuesday will be cloudy with rain arriving late in the day and carrying into the evening hours. Temperatures will be topping out in the low 40s. Wednesday looks to be another day of clouds and rain with the highs in the mid 40s. Stay on top of breaking news right here at Record Online. Get a full report on all the day's developments in tomorrow's edition of the Times-Herald Record. For Record Newswatch, I'm Tracy Baxter.